So if you're starting a business, what's the best type of business to start? I would say this is mostly dependent on your goals and your personality type. Are you just focused on making a lot of money, or are you more so focused on just pursuing your passion and turning a passion into a business? You know, if it's the case that money is your number one priority, then you're going to be strategic about what type of business you start up, because, you know, certain businesses aren't going to make a ton of money. You know, for example, if you start a massage therapy business where you're a massage therapist, you have a ceiling on that. You know, you can really only get paid so much per hour. You can only work so many hours. So there are limitations, of course, unless you hire employees and really grow out the business and have people working under you. But even then, there are some limitations. Whereas if you do something like a tech startup where you're creating some type of app or software where it's like subscription based, think of like Spotify maybe, it's pretty much unlimited. I mean, you could have 6 billion customers all paying $10 a month. You know, it's entirely possible. So you can make a lot more with those types of businesses that can be scaled up, where you're not having to just, you know, charge an hourly rate, and, you know, ultimately you can be making money in your sleep, and you're really just focusing on building the infrastructure to start up with and then maintaining that. And it's not so much about putting in regular hours, whereas that's what you would do with a business like massage therapy or something like that. Whereas if your goal is to start a business where you're really taking one of your, you know, hobbies or passions and creating a business out of that, I think that's a really good idea too. And I think that's really important for people to be excited to go to work every day, even if they're not making a ton of money. It's just good for mental health to be able to be excited about what you're doing. So, you know, maybe you become a coach or an instructor or, you know, an artist of some sort, and it doesn't even feel like work. You're just doing what you want to be doing, and you'd probably do it for free anyway. I think that's a great option too. Ideally though, it's both, where you get to do something that you like doing, something you're passionate about, something you would do for free, at least to a certain extent. But you're also not only providing a living for yourself, but you are, you know, able to make enough money that you're saving money and paying for more than just your needs, but also your wants. You know, especially if you're taking on risk and making some sacrifice to start a business, it's great to get rewarded in that sense. So that would be ideal, in my opinion, where it's, you know, something that is lucrative, that's going to pay you well for what you're doing, but also something you're excited to do. But of course, again, this depends on personality type. So just take that into consideration. What is your personality type? What are your goals? What does your ideal life look like? What does an ideal day in your life look like? Once you really figure that out and, you know, pin that down, then you can figure out what is a good business idea for you. There are lots of businesses that might pay really well, but it might require a lot of work, a lot of travel, a lot of late nights and things like that. So might not be good for mental health or work-life balance. And then on the other hand, there are businesses that might not pay very well, but they might be great for work-life balance and mental health and things like that. So determine which one is most important to you and what your goals are. And really, it's probably going to be a combination of both of those things. And I personally think that's ideal. So if you can have both, then that's great. Once you've kind of figured that out, you can start looking at different specific ideas in terms of you know, business options, whether that's starting a retail store or an online business or coaching or construction or something like that.